This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.
Regarding UPSC preparation or the strategy that you have to follow, you can ask your questions to the topic.
There are so much content available, so I made my own notes. Like every word of the syllabus, I had my own notes. I had I said this was big notes, like I have 4 volumes. I made my own notes, and most times I only read my notes and gave repeated practice tests. Like I gave around 16 tests. Like every week I used to give the 16 tests in 4 weeks. So every week I used to have one test, and every week with the answer I used to get it corrected. I used to ask for improvements. I used to share it with my friends. There are some friends in improvement. I used to ask them for improvement. So every test I used to improve. As you start from second I would say by November, competitive exams. If you want to make notes, prepare it by then. Have a single reading and post that practice because this is humanities subject, so you have to make. It's not maths. You have to invent formula and get answer. Humanities subject, so you have to attract that examiners. You have to have a mix of flow charts, diagrams, so that will get better practice. Post practice. That is the only thing.
Just work on that, whatever notes you have. Do the basic books just such as Halambos and Ignu. And there's also this book by Nitin Sangwan, okay? He got All India, I think some 20s rank in 2016. He's written a very comprehensive, a good book, I will say a comprehensive one. Take that book and try filling all the, if there are any loopholes in your preparation, just try filling all of those so that you have your basic material in place, okay? So that is where you have a lot of value addition and you have a lot of new points that can be added to your answers. Do that, okay? That way your preparation will become more comprehensive, your content will get enriched and you'll also understand how to write proper answers. So do join the test series. For me it benefited a lot. And build on your basic material, the base material, whatever that you have maintained through your sources or through your coaching. And for flow charts, again in this Nitin Sangwan book, he has given a lot of flow charts and a lot of pictorial representation of different concepts. Use those. I did not make my own, I was not that creative enough to come up with my own flow charts. So I used the ones that he had given and basic. So always a sociological paper, try diversifying your answers. Okay. So if particularly paper 2, it can help you a lot. Talk about region-wise, gender-wise, okay, demographic distribution. All these areas, if you diversify, I think it will get you good marks because I got a 160 in paper 2 and my preparation as such did not constitute of a lot of thinkers, a lot of traditional knowledge, okay. I focused on giving a lot of examples which you can do, and I think that's enough. Instead of case studies, the old case studies that you have, give recent real-time examples.
They generally begin in the night at 1:15 or 1:15. I used to watch even then. I used to sleep at 3, go back to student at 8 o'clock. So football was something when I watched football, I wouldn't think of anything other than that. And the second thing was sometimes I used to go for a walk or a jog. So when you go out and go to a park and just have a walk or something, you'll be fine. The third thing was just to talk to my friends. And most of my friends, they're either working here or they're in the US. So both of them are having a very good life. So they won't. So when you talk to them, they'll say, they'll cheer you up. They'll say, what's happening here? I'm a very social person, so I'll ask them what's happening with them, what's happening with all my friends. A little gossip here and there, and a little fun and all these things. They actually kept me going.
I've always ensured that I have something physical activity in my day. So before prelims, I played football. We used to play football every alternate day till 15 days before prelims. And after that, I lost my football mate, so I went to gym. But yeah, that is one other thing. I think, like they say, healthy mind in a healthy body. So that is very important that you maintain physical activity. You have some physical activity, so all your organs are functioning actively well. And the other thing is that similarly, I used to talk to somebody who has no zero idea about civil services. They are their own worlds of their own worlds, and I used to talk to them, and also I used to talk to my sister very frequently. So yeah, like I recently got a niece, so I used to video call every day to see her. Yeah, that's all.
Actually, earlier, before going to this UPSC, I used to see pre-match show, football match, sport match show, match analysis. I used to read blogs. Afterwards, there I used to see only match and highlights. But football is my hobby. I used to see it, so it should be there forever. And I used to watch movies also.
Since I was in Hyderabad, I was with my family, so that was actually very comforting and good distraction for me. Every evening I used to talk to my parents and just relax. Apart from that, the usual, you watch shows, you watch movies, but the thing is, you should put a limit to it, okay? Binge watching is not something you can do right now. So, say half an hour, 1 hour every day, I used to watch something, watch random funny videos on YouTube, just talk to my friends, go for a movie, or just go and go for a drive. I enjoy driving, so I used to just go, take my car and just go somewhere. I think that is what I used to do. But in spite of doing all these, you will have your own moments of frustration. There were times when I used to wonder why am I doing. Let that pass. It's okay. It's part of the game. It's part of what we have signed up for. Even if you're feeling low, understand that from tomorrow you're again going to get back into form and give your best. That's it.
I am a very syllabus oriented person. So I made notes on my laptop. I had one page for every syllabus point, kind of syllabus point, or say if it is about economics, one page for every aspect of economics, like say infrastructure, energy. Like there is very detailed syllabus in GS3, infrastructure, PPP models. So I had one page for every syllabus point, and from current affairs, if I find something good, I used to add there every time. Um, but one thing I would suggest is do not go for adding trivia in your notes, like that some bird has been changed from endangered to vulnerable. So just write about issues. Think from a mains point of view when you are writing notes. Write about issues and write them in the same manner that you would write an answer, like. In every like in the in infrastructure, say energy sector, there must be side headings that these are the issues, these are the government steps, these are the measures that need to be taken, or some stats. So have the structure for every page. Say energy sector, these are the issues, like all that. And keep adding the points just there in those side headings itself. So that is a very efficient way, I think. Also, it's very easy that we ignore some syllabus points. Say in society, there is this thing, effect of globalization on various sections of society. Uh, so make and every year, if you observe, there is a question on in 2015, I think, on elderly, effect of globalization on elderly. Then next year it was globalization on women. So uh, just make notes of every such topics that effect of globalization on women, children, like society, urban, rural, that way. And from standard textbooks, uh, make the notes as an answer writing practice. That's what I would say. So if you are reading geography, say, uh, and effect of ocean salinity, uh, see again write it in the way of an answer only, that like what is ocean salinity definition, then effect of ocean salinity, effect on world's climate, effect on Indian climate. So very organized with subheadings in that way. So you will easily that one thing that it will help that will help as answer writing practice itself, and it will also help in adding points to your answers. Like whenever something new in the current affairs come, you go and add there. You revise. There is a visual memory of what you have written above, below, and all. And also there is a aspect of revision that you see when you are adding a new point there. You also see the points above what you have written already, whether you are repeating it or something that way. So there is an aspect of revision in that. So make effective notes this way, and do not write big sentences in your notes. Just write keywords in your notes. There is absolutely no necessity for following grammar, like following grammar. Just put words. Don't put these are the articles, punctuations, conventions. These are all unnecessary. It will add bulk to your notes. So just add keywords and standard books, current affairs, and you are three. I never read yours.
Questions are bound to come on this subject. I attempt all these questions. The second thing is science and technology. That is around 80-86 pages. That you do that. And then environment. That also around 80 pages. So you can do these three things: culture, science and technology, environment, and a spectrum. You can do this. I think probably you get around 40-45 questions. And for last 20 days, this should be fine.
Like one more thing is I want to know about what books to refer for current affairs, like takes 21 days, right?
He said very important thing that you have to have very good efficiency at topics like polity, modern history, etc. So think about how much efficient you are now in them. So if you have already achieved like efficiency, like you are getting 9-8 questions right out of the 10 that are being asked, but you are getting only 1 out of the 5 questions science and technology, questions in science and tech. So probably by spending 2 days now on science and tech, you can take that 1 to 3, but you cannot take that modern history from 8 to 9. So think about the law of marginal utility, like by spending 1 day on certain topic where you can maximize your score. Say that can some you might have achieved already in the polity, like best in your polity, modern history, but not science and tech or environment. So just think about where you can add most of your marks, because if you haven't done current affairs and if you are doing 10 days current affairs now, you will definitely add 10 questions probably.
So in my case, I took a watch and I ensured that even if I wanted to write more, I ended the answer in 7-8 minutes. You have to wrap it up. And thankfully what happens in the actual paper is, in my case at least, there were 1 or 2 questions that I wouldn't know. And I wouldn't even know how to write those answers. So I would get those extra 10 minutes, which you can use for other answers and probably write a better conclusion or write a better introduction. But the only way is through answer writing practice and through timing your answers. That's the only way.
How many chapters we need to complete before doing that? Each paper.
Sorry?
How many chapters we need to solve in main exam? How many chapters?
See, that depends, okay? That depends on your... See, that is why I think it's very important for you to understand your own level of preparation, your answer writing skills, and the speed at which you can write. For me, since I wrote last mains, I knew that I had decent writing practice and I could write decent answers. So I did not put the kind of effort that, say, Harsha has put. I did not write so many test series because I knew that I knew how to write an answer. So it's very important that you understand and you're fair about it. Do not over-evaluate yourself and think that you can if you cannot. Understand what the reality is. And that is where I would write answers and compare my answers with the toppers' answers and see if I match to their level or not. Because at the end of the day, there's a certain kind of quality that must be ensured in every answer, and the moment you feel you have achieved that quality, I think you're good to go. So it's completely your choice. The people who write answers every day, 5-6 answers, The people who don't write a single answer for mains still get good marks. So important to understand your capability, your level of preparation, and your answer writing skills.
Like average score that you want, then you have reached what you wanted. I think that's a good ending point to where you can stop your answer writing practice.
And how to freeze that questions in 20 questions in 3 something that put is you put limit on time. Like if 8 minutes time you have to stop the question, no matter what. The other thing is you don't need to fill all pages. In UPSC, actually you fill it up 10% last question. You don't need to fill it. Just fill 1.5 that's all. Other thing is you use graphs, maps, diagrams, whatever. They consume space and they give more information. So you can use that and also. So we try to see, you can use flow charts, use maps, use pie charts that will reduce time and consume more paper. And 40% you can use.
I did not refer many books, but from the notes when I was doing it after coming from home, coming to home. So what I did was I used to read everything, and if I had some doubt, I just directly Googled on the internet, and there was some series from I just Googled YouTube, put in the term of justice and its theory, you get that theory. So the main the time I spent was to understanding the concepts first, because all these concepts were very new. In political science, if you spend considerable amount of time understanding the concepts, you can actually do pretty well. So spend maximum amount of time understanding the concepts. Coming to the books, there are some good books. I've bought them but I've not read them. So my whole source was around maps now. Yes. And I made some short notes out of it, and I've done, rigorously I've internalized all those what you were saying. I came home, I went through all the notes, then I made some A4 paper where I used to write everything. Then if I had some doubt, I just Googled it. And then after test series, I wrote some mini tests. So from that I had some learning. So first attempt I thought I'll read, second attempt I had some books, third I'll read, second, third attempt I'll read those books and go.
Any online references,
I told you only class notes, and I used to Google terms in case I had some doubt of some theory or other. If you had some doubt on Karl Marx theory, I used to put it in YouTube and try to watch 3-4 videos. So I get an idea of their own, one guy saying this thing, one guy saying another thing. So you'll find some good points, and I'll try to make up my own answer about it. So I didn't go for any specific source or any textbook. But India's World and Big Picture. So from editorial, I used to read those IR editorials from C. Rajamohan and Suhasan and XNS and all these people. So for political science paper to part 2, I did not prepare any notes. I did not follow maps, or did not follow. Because the lack of time and all these things were happening, I thought I knew the basic, IR, there's a certain way of writing your answer. It's not also about knowledge. Because everyone will know India and China is happening all this, but you need to put in a reference point of what is C. Rajamohan saying, what is Karl saying. All these people, their mindset I got to know while watching Rajya debates. So I used to watch their debates and all these things. So I tried to make my answer on my own for these ones.
This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.